You have finally returned home.
Home? You destroyed my home. Slaughtered innocents. Left peaceful realms in ruins. You broke your promise.
I will not be questioned. Return to the tower at once. Fine.
How could you?
Dead magic. I am beyond that power.
You're wrong.
Order, my daughter. Without it, everything will be lost.
Then I will fight. I will never stop fighting you. For my family. For the realm. For the Nexus.
I was once a far strider. I swore an oath to defend Silvermoon and its people to my dying breath. It was not enough. My homeland still burned. But those days are long past. And history will not repeat itself. I am Sylvanas Windrunner, Queen of the Forsaken. And if you will not serve me in this life, then you will do so in the next.
なんぞ島だ。ムーが我が敵を食らう。
Hi, new friend. I am Brightwing. Do you know about fairy dragons? Well, we like happy things, like nature and making new friends. Ooh, and snack time. When playing with friends, the fun never ends. Hey, come back.
It's not easy being queen. So many subjects to keep in line. So many scores to settle. I am the Swarm. And vengeance has never looked this good.
Peace. It has been my life's work. Through honesty and diplomacy, there is no obstacle. There is no obstacle we can't overcome. Within each of our hearts lies a yearning for peace. Even in this odd place, I truly believe that each of us can find a way to live in harmony. As I was saying, I am Jaina Proudmoore. We don't need to fight, but if you insist, so be it.
Another round?
Heroes of the Storm. Prepare for Heroes Brawl, the new game mode that breaks all the rules. Rated T for teen.
The swarm is eternal. We evolve. We conquer. We will will consume all within the Nexus. Your villains, your heroes will all become part of my brood. Okay, fine. You two. You will try to resist, but it is only a matter of time, for the swarm is eternal.
A king has fallen.
Good evening. Hello. Hi. This is Mellow Taco, apparently, bringing you a sleepy puppy. Let's see if I can actually. Yeah, there you go, bud. There's a little bit of mess in that corner, but that's okay. We are bringing the Div B-East Finals of Hot Stats versus Protectors of Aiur. Protectors of Aiur, number 4 seed, making it through Left Feet and Keep into the finals, from the semifinals. And Hot Stats, beating, I believe it was Clouded Minds, now in the finals. Sorry, fun stuff in the lobby chat. But we do have exciting game, exciting matchup for the Div B-East Finals. I'm Taco. You can find me at twitch.tv/LTaquito. You can use !casters in the chat. Let's take a look at the best of 5 set we have going ahead of us. We have Bunny. What? Hang on. Gotta fix this some more. There we go. That should work. We've got. I don't like this. Hot Dads is the higher seed, wins the coin toss by default, banning Cursed Hollow and Infernal Shrines and electing Map Pig, bringing us to Volskaya Foundry. Protectors of Aiur bans the 2-lane maps, BOE, and Braxis. So with that, I'm going to reach out to a mod about running ads after each game to try to avoid ad breaks in between or during games. I'll do that in just a sec. Unless there's a mod here that can do that. I'm not sure how to do that from my mod. Hey Ziv, how's it going, fam? The puppy cam could be better. Hang on, let me. I always suck at this. Oh no, I'm messing it up. I'm messing it up worse. That'll work for now. We'll make things happen. I've oh wait, I can just. There we go.
Volskaya Industries.
Yeah, I always have to make adjustments with it. That's okay. All right, welcome to Volskaya. Sorry, a little bit of a rough start, but we'll get into the flow here in a sec. And they're all out of bubble gum. That's right. So, oh, also, so this is, so Div B-East was a, and you know, let me fix
The
that a
crusade
little bit.
calls.
Need a light.
I can fix that somewhere. There, it's fixed there. We'll look at those bands in just a second. So in the regular season meetup, only one time, not a double round robin in B-East. Hot's dads went 2-0 over POA. So we'll see how it goes here.
For the frozen throne.
All right, so I'm getting the whole ad thing figured out. Let me know if ads end up completely cutting out what's going on and you don't get to see anything. And I'll see about getting some more help with that. So for this draft on Volskaya, we got an Anduin, Baby Healer for Babies, and Junkrat ban, and a Urel and Falstad ban, definitely target bans. With Joanna first pick, Oriole Blaze to follow, Leoric and Tychus with the Joe. Then mid bans were Mephisto and Muradin. I like Mephisto here, good area on the point. Not necessarily his best map, but really I think it's really good on the point. Orphea and a Nubrak pickup. Let's see how fun Cue Ball is with the Orphea. And then Brightwing Sylvanas to respond. Kakarot looking to round out the draft with another damage dealer.
Make way for the bad guy.
Thanks. Yeah, I talked to one of the mods that's higher than me in NGS about ads and was told that they should just all be pre-roll. That you should get ads when you come to the channel and not during. I don't know if those side frame ads count for that or not. So yeah, if the stream gets disrupted for ads, I'll feed that back up. Because we've got some Volskaya Foundry to get to, and it's super important that the action doesn't get interrupted. Does this button work? That button does not work. Okay. I've been messing around with my stream deck a little bit, and I don't know what still works and what doesn't. All right, for Hot's Dads, Game 1, B-East Finals. User error. Playing, that's got to be Oriole. Kakarot on the Zul'jin. Krogdun on a Newbie Booby. Cue Ball playing Orphea and Godly Noob lighting it up on that Blaze. On the side of Protectors of Protectors of Aiur. Got Ed on the Joe leading the charge with the Sound on that Leoric. Pina Colada playing Sylvanas, the absolute, the War Chief. There is no other. Ide playing that Tychus, and we got Sergeant Scoops on the True Terror of the Skies, the Almighty True Deathwing Brightwing. And Pat here for the Protectors of Volskaya. Level 1 talents are on the screen. Let me know if you hate them, absolutely hate them, and want to yell and scream about them, and I'll yell and scream about them with you. Or, you know, if you like some off-meta picks that are good in this situation, I'm going to say right now, Orphea, not being a bro. Not asking Tank to die for the level 1 quest. Definitely an oversight. Got some POA fans in the chat. Got some Hot Dads fans in the chat. So with Hot Dads, does that mean all of their games are in HD? Is this automatically a high def broadcast? Got some camp action going on for the gun. Joe scouting out, but maybe that little anchor was kind of obvious. We're going to have a 5v5 here over the gun. Is it going to be contested? No, POA just going to go ahead and give it up. Nice jet propulsion in there to disrupt any potential engage. And that's going to be camp steal number 1. Hoku, can you get a poll going for me, please? Or a prediction? I know we're a few minutes in, just run it like 2 minutes or whatever, I guess. Use the first couple minutes as a little preview. Level 4 talents being picked, I guess I'll show. See if they can get this camp this time. Ooh, subdue, subdid. Being picked up for Joanna.
We redesigned our trio of protectors for combat in the Nexus. Prepare to begin field testing.
Take a look at some stats. Brightwing still no level 4 talent for some reason. There's the level 4 magic spit, increased range and CC reduction. Right? No, I think he has to take the increased cooldown reduction on the class. That's right. It heals at level 7. Here's some XPs. Big 4v4 up here while the Bruisers fight over the point. Everyone trying to keep the camps alive to get prio on the camps. The Black Arrows, not Black Arrows, Merc Queen from Sylvanas is powering that, but Sylvanas gonna get caught there. So the cleanse from Brightwing into Z. He's gonna get disrupted, but Sylvanas is able to walk away thanks to the Soothing Mist. Really great CC chain coming out of Anubarak, and then the slap from Oriole to make it where Brightwing doesn't Z. No kill out of that though. Objective 25% in favor of Hot's Dads. What does this one show? Nothing for objective. On here. And invade on the camp yet again. This time without POA having started it. But POA going for a bit of a push up top. Interesting trade. I think the gun's going to prove more effective on the objective, but if they can get this wall down, that's going to open up a lot of opportunity for the second objective. And the flashlight to knock it over. There's some more talents on the screen. Objective really just not getting picked up here. I mean, it's being progressed by Hot Stats, but there's not a whole lot of, I guess, priority for either side. Big oil slit gonna catch the sound. He does have Spooky Walk still, but he's going to do the true Spooky Walk first. You know I'm a good Leoric player because I have no idea what his trait is. And the objective does go to Hot Stats. Orphea gonna go ahead and get in there.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Thanks, announcer lady. You're a bit late on that. Big siege up mid. I'm interested in the mid siege strategy for Hot Stats. Oh, both teams level 10s with their talents. Got Crystal Aegis, Cocoon, Crushing Jaws, the Homie Bunker, room for all the homies, Taz Dingus, Bless Shield, Draken Laser Drill, Blink Heal, Mind Control in 2. Mind Control is going to catch a Nubrak. That's going to be the second kill of the game. That kill on Leoric downstairs was the first blood. More Spooky walking away. 14 stacks on the level 7 quest for Orphea. POA gonna pick up the gun just out of vision of Hot Stats. Hot Stats moving up to defend top. And with that kill, and a little bit of pushing, it looks like POA has just about, I'm on the wrong thing again, 4. Has, sorry, shortcuts. Have evened up the XP, even taken the lead in XP. All the camps are killed. They're all took. They've been found. They've been killed. And looks like a slow and melt on Blaze. Blaze gonna jet propulsion away. Tanks anchoring opposite sides, ready to follow up on any spicy picks on their characters, on their friends, I mean. Oh, no one's in there anymore, Ed. Homie Bunker has been baited out. The Condemn and the Punish going to put a lot of suppressive onto the Fire Bat. Fire suppressive. And that's going to be another kill for POA. Sylvanas is wrapped. Friend's going to try to get her out. There's the drill drop as a little extra layer of protection, and that is going to be a 1 for none. And backing out of that push.
It's time, heroes.
Second
Control
objective
the
is up.
terminal and bring in the
Take control of the control point. Get the vehicle. They can dim onto 3. There's the Brightwing Spit coming out. Nobody wants to be hit by that. Trust me. Have you ever had Fairy Dragon spit all over you? Not a good time. Not a good time. You know what is a good time? Taco Tuesday on a Thursday. Tychus, and friends, gonna take out the Oriole there. Oriole gets the gun dropped in time to not turn it over. And that's gonna set POA up with some advantage on this objective. Blaze trying to stop the Sylvanas push. Ooh, good mind control to follow up the Mist Entomb. Didn't quite I mean, it's still... Ooh, and Sylvanas falls to the homie bunker. Leo gets the kill on the Blaze and then a counter kill onto the Leo. A little bit of a back and forth bloodbath there. Joanna wrapped here on the point. 3v3 over the gun. With Oriole coming in and the sound there to respawn when possible. And the gun gets capped and dropped. Good play there by Hot's Dads, going that 2-for-1 and stealing the gun. Excuse me, stealing the gun yet again. And it pulled POA off of the objective. Leo still bot, trying to get some soak and some push. Level 16s for both teams. Here's some talents while nothing's happening. I like that Reservoir of Hope on Oriole. They did nerf it, I think, twice now? Maybe just one. I mean, I think they just nerfed the amount of energy that gets stored, or the increased energy cap, but then nerfing the amount of energy she gains. Nerfed it again. And POA 92% on the objective, not opting to finish it, looking to stop this push mid. This is interesting. Hot's Dads does back off of the push. Let's see how Kakarot's doing on his stacks. 11 axes. Moving more into, so he's got the Arcanite axes, but not really moving into that W build. Or that, yeah, W build. 16 hits on that level 7 for Orphea. 2 Reservoirs of Hope. No sub-did yet. A little bit of Master Assassinating going on. 3v1 push into bottom with a 3v2 push into top. Looks like this board's gonna fall. Good job by Orphea with that dead magic, not hitting an enemy to get focused by start getting focused by the board. That's gonna be a Tychus dead by Zul'jin Blaze. Leo, the sound trying to walk out. Looks like he's gonna make it, but there's the Anubrak, bro. Is that gonna be a Brightwing coming in? Brightwing's gonna get wrapped, dying for the sins of the sound. Sergeant Scoops needs to pull rank, does. Blink heals over. The sound's going to die to the homie bunker. Over the wall, but not away from the damage. That always feels bad, and Orphea is gonna clean up this objective pickup. Big push top. The top's open. Protector may go top with 2 dead. Protector may go for more front forts instead. I think there's more. I think there's value in the keeps. I think there's reason to believe that you're more likely to get a fort than a keep. Maybe even 2 forts will really open up all the lanes. Mind control went out on it. Looks like the Zul'jin, or maybe it was just a Protector. The Protector's immune. But saw the animation there. Level 19s, both teams. Hot's Dads does have the XP lead back and is now up 2 forts to none. About to be 3 forts. This objective still half health and 40 seconds left. That's a lot of sieging left to do. Perchance. A ping going out from one of the teams onto the fort camp. That's the gun. The turret camp. I think wanting to set up an invade following the objective ending. This is level 20s for Hot's Dad's. Got the improved test dingo. What is it? Yeah, Amani Resilience. The improved homie bunker. Fortified? Yeah. Improved crushing jaws. The Trader King, hell yeah. I feel like Trader King is so underrated. And the Angel of Hope bringing out the Shield of Nope. Shield of Hope pickup for Oriole. Yeah, I know. The shield's not the Nope. It's the Angels of Hope. Dope rope with Nope. That's her knockback. Ooh, POA trying to push their advantage now with their level 20s. We got Storm Shield from Joanna, improved laser drill. That's Fairy Protector? No, Speedy Dragon. Ooh, I like Speedy Dragon. Also, I think an underrated talent. I don't have a way to select that. I believe it may. Oh, I guess I could look. Just 20%. Yeah. So almost always mounted. Almost always near mounted speed. So you know, and faster Z to get to those saves, which is really important. We got the improved mind control, making it a basic ability, and the silence into buried alive. And I like here, a lot of Leorics won't do this, but I like the spooky walk here. It Leo spooky walks and turns the enemy team to half output. Yeah. Enemy heroes deal 50% less damage, and then he can do it again. So it turns a 5v5 into a 2.5v4, which I think is pretty effective. Both teams looking for an opportunity to engage safely. I guess first getting some lane control. Here comes a big old gank onto Leo, but especially with that ominous wraith, I believe is what it was called. He gets a longer spooky walk time. Yep, twice as long. And as he goes through people on the retreat, they don't kill him nearly as hard. Oh yeah, it's such a good combination for Leo. Let's see. We got full trait build out of Olivia. I find that interesting. Plating? Interesting. Big silence and tomb set up onto 2, but the bunker comes out. Mind control onto the Orpheum. She's going to be able to slip away. Kakarot looking a little bit low. Here comes Dragon Laser with the extra range and duration. Oriole getting real low. She's going to be the first one to be slain in this battle. 5v4 continuing on. POA half health. Most of Hodstad's half health. The collision course from the jet propulsion going to take Joe and then 2 more. That's going to be 3v2. In kills and the fight. 3 for 3. So now a 2v2. Krog looking a little bit low, and he's going to fall with that Tychus grenade. It looks like he got bumped, and Blaze the only one left standing for Hot's dad. Tychus Brightwing, a very strong, very back and forth fight there. Opening with the first kill into a triple kill the other way. Great counter engage by Hot's dad. It just went a little bit in favor of POA there. That could set up POA for a huge comeback here into a pretty bleak looking map. Leo is back up with that trait, and that's going to be a catch on Blaze. A big stagger. That's going to be about a 40-second difference between the last of the first fight respawning and Blaze coming back. That is a man advantage for POA for another 50 seconds. really good, important catch on the Blaze there. So Hot Stad's just going to go for camp clear. Sorry about the green box. And likely just going to give up the objective altogether. Oop, invade onto the siege camp. That's a 4v3, and it looks like both teams are going to walk away. Oh, no, it got capped by POA, and it's just almost cleared. POA, Brightwing, and Leo going to take out that bottom port and continue on into this keep. Instead of going around, they're just going to go ahead and go straight through. I'm slurring my tongue. Not my words, just my tongue. Gonna get about a quarter of the keep and walk out. 4-man defense onto the Protector. The Triglav Protector, not the Protector of Aiur, or the Protector of Shakuras, but the Protector of Volskaya. That is a long walk back to safety for Leo and Brightwing, and they're just not going to make it. And they're both going to go down. The level 7 done for Orphea. I thought Leo was going to make it out there. And theoretically, and then Brightwing blink away. But they both get killed right at the keep gate. That is painful. That is a big, big break for Hot Stads there. Cocoon onto the Joe, and with 2 dead, include one of them would be the healer. I think Hot Stads is going to go for the closeout. If they keep getting knocked by these power gloves, though, it might not work out. But the shield's almost down. Subdue not done for the Joe, but Ford being pushed out at half health. Silencing Tomb going to be big. Catch onto the Blaze. Oriole pops at Aegis and is going to get killed amidst a oh no, that's Orphea panic ulting, that's what it was. And Blaze gets gets killed, additionally killed. This was crazy. I don't know. I'm just, wow. POA, after getting 2 caught, you got to turn around and catch 2 on an overstay, and now they're going to push into this bottom keep. But they are missing 2 keeps of their own. There's 2 catapults on core, which I imagine, no, it's all 5 are here. Their core likely to start taking a lot of damage. They're going to have to close it out here in this 5v3 because that 3rd catapult is walking up. No, okay, the catapult they have is hitting those catapults now. They should be good. They could get a closeout here if they get a catch. Wow, the Sylvanas Unstoppable at level 16, Might of the Banshee Queen, sorry, Will of the Forsaken, I should say, going to stop the Cocoon, barely. Major ult blocked by a little baby level 16 cooldown, but overstays all around. Joanna, Leo, and now Tyke is going to fall. Brightwing got 500, 50 to 500, going to blink to the Savant. That's going to be an ace with just the tank going down. Classic Rebel core throw, and Hot Stads going to move in on the core and close it out.
A new terminal will be ready shortly.
Back and forth. Back and forth. Classic Rebel throw.
Red team's core is under attack.
Hot Stad's going to take the series to 1-0 for now. Game number 1 is done, and Hot Stads proving themselves to be the actual Protectors of Volskaya in game number 1 of this best of 5 final. It's the final. It's the B-East Finals. Also going on tonight, let's see if I can find them. And I'm not saying that you should leave me. What I am saying is that over on NGS 2, Raka is casting FC Hong Kong versus Protectors of Aiur for the Div D Division Finals. And that is the finals, the grand finals, because there is no Coastal. And also Toki Baby, in about an hour, will be casting Roll 1E versus Clouded Minds for the B-West final, which means Hot Stats did not beat Clouded Minds. I'll go find out which team they beat here right now, actually, in the semis. Brain Cell Mates, that's right, Brain Cell Mates. Yeah, classic Rebel Throw, that's right. That's right. I need to fix that. There we go. There we go. Sorry, I keep changing how the camera is, and it's messing with. Oh no. I got invited to the game, so one sec. There we go. Let's get those puppies framed up just right. Alright, so it looks like POA opting for yeah. POA opting for first pick. And Hot Stats taking us to Sky Temple, which I do not like this map. Alright, Pat, they're gonna click the well for me. Alright, so back to, oh, really? I gotta... Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Alright, so, like I said, Hot Stats taking us to Sky Temple. POA picking that first pick.
You're mine now.
By the way, the free game on it on Twitch Prime right now is Fate, which, if it's the game that I think it is actually pretty entertaining little dungeon delver. I played it like 15, 20 years ago, maybe even longer, 20 years ago. Did I say 20, 15, 20, 25 years ago? Man, I go on a night shift tomorrow night. So I get to stay up all night. If anybody wants to do some plus 10 keys, let me know. But we're talking about this game right now. We got the same initial bands, definitely targets.
There is always hope.
But the Dahaka first pick in an immediate Joe Oriole. That's going to be rough to play into. Yeah, I gotta fix my camera stuff. I need to line it up. I need to line it up on this screen properly, and then adjust everything else, how it's cropped according based off of this screen. Because this is gonna be the hardest one to mess with. Oh, look at her paw. It's twitching. She go. Just like that. Anubarak Kael'thas responds to the Joe Oriole. And now we get a slow decision. Hi, Buggy. Hey, Arthas, come here. Okay. And a Brightwing band. That works. And a Muradin band again. Oh yeah, for those that don't know, on the couch is Bane Bloodpaw, aka Bunny. Over here that just got off the couch and is now on the floor is Arthas Arphis Minethil, the Lick King. In the other room is the Dark Lady Ranger General War Chief to the Horde, Sylvanas Windrunner of the Forsaken.
For the Nexus!
Then the cats are Rhaegar Earth Fury, Dahaka Ray Charles Brown, and
I will fight to my
Alex
last
Straza Lexi. Lexi Lou is her little nickname, but yeah. So we're a very, except for Dahaka, we're a very Warcraft household as far as names go. And then except for Bunny over here, we're a very HOTS household as well. Hopefully they'll put Bane Bloodhoof, I almost said Bloodpaw again. Hopefully they'll put Bane Bloodhoof in the game.
We will forge a great
So
destiny.
after the mid band's got a Sylvanas Orphea pickup into a Greymane and Rhaegar, their team puppy on Sky Temple out of POA. And Varian to close it out. Is this Smash? Is this Twin Memes? That's right, Artemis. They're full-ass government names. You just got to know how clever our naming, how fun our naming scheme is. I believe the next one we talked about getting, I think the next dog, the next girl dog, is probably going to be Illyria. I do like the Windrunner sisters. It was going to be Illyria or Varisa, unless it just didn't seem like it fit with the Windrunner, because Sylvanas is a very particular dog. In which case, probably going Valera. But Valera probably makes more sense for a cat. Alright, we got an immediate pause coming in. There's nothing to hide, so I'm not going to go off the screen. Instead, we'll take a look on the side of Hans's dads. We've got Kakarot playing the Dark Lady herself. Godly Noob on Adult and Twin. That's Joanna. Q-Ball 162, bringing it from the 162. is playing the Orphea again. Krogden on the Varian. We'll find out at level 4 how he's going to build, and I wouldn't be surprised to go taunt as well, double tank. Bun, get back on the couch. Good girl. Got to change which side of the couch you lay on. Here, go on. Yeah, what a sweet girl. Sorry, got to give the dog some love. Or user error back on the Oriole. Oriole really strong right now. For the side of Protectors of Aiur, for the StarCraft team name, we got Ed on Anubarak. The Sound playing Dahaka, very StarCrafty so far. Sergeant Scoops on the Rhaegar and Ide on the Greymane, bringing in the puppy pairing. And Pina Colada on the KT. Erwin Rudolph, thank you so much for the Prime subscription here on Nexus Gaming Series. If you guys are having a good time, you can find me at twitch.tv/eltaquito. You can use the ! Casters command as well. And you can go give me a follow there. I've been playing, like to stream a lot of, a good amount of HOTS, especially casting. I stream less not casting. And I've re-picked up WoW and sold my soul again. And I think I'm going to start streaming some of that stuff. Maybe some raids, maybe some mythic keys. Things like that. So that should be fun. And yeah, if you aren't enjoying the cast, my name is Postman Pat, and I don't have a Twitch. And of course, as y'all can see in the chat, the ultimate raid boss, wife aggro.
I would prepare for your ceaseless battle. If you wish to live, that is.
Alright, let's see this well. Yep, and here comes the well click. That's going to be Harrison Jones making his escape from the tomb of the Spider Queen with the jewel. He hops onto the magic carpet, flies away. There comes the spider legs, and no, not going to catch him. That's going to be Harrison Jones making it out, making it away. And that is the conclusion. That is game number 2 on Sky Temple. And of course, Ed accidentally reporting me instead of cue ball. It's discrimination against tacos. Oriole getting caught kind of early and does end up falling to looks like the flame strike there. That's gonna be first blood out the gate. Level 1 talents on the screen. And just a little bit of lane clear. Everybody swap sides. Nothing to see here. Offlaners doing offlane things. Everybody getting camped. And oh, I didn't realize that the spider legs hang out throughout the game. What? Pat, did you know that? Pat's probably in bed already. If any of the turtles are here watching, I appreciate the support. Give me a shout. Let me know you're here. That is my WoW guild now. We like turtles. Apparently, there's a thing. Turtles, yay. Camp getting picked up. Sylvanas, which Sylvanas being stolen from Pina. There to help out with cue ball. And a big push down bot. Joe trying to be disruptive. Did Joe also take note went with what is that? Holy Conviction. I probably should check. Oh, the soak build. The split push, Joe. Looks like a potential catch onto Joe as Ide jumps in with the full combo. That's not going to be enough. Joe's gonna walk out. Objectives are spawning. You know, Derp, I appreciate you showing up. That's, I guess, close enough to support. If you're not gonna support, do you want to tank? Is that fair, or are you just gonna DPS the whole time?
My magic flows through the temples. Guardians, do not let these mortals approach them.
Ooh! Engage from Ed as Nubrak onto the Varian. Varian did pick up that taunt at level 4. Pulls Ed towards him, but that's not going to result in a kill. We got a 4v4 up here. While off lane Joe and Dahaka, which I guess with the taunt Varian, Joe does have that ability. Yeah, I like this double tank front from Hot Stats, but it looks like Oriole going to get caught though, and now with the Flame Strike, Varian's gonna fall as well. That level 10 may be a shield wall to protect him from that. But for now, that's not what happened. Oh good, you gonna come pump my keys after this stream? I still need to do a 10 on the Pally.
Red King was crushed or fought.
Camp's getting picked up with nothing else happening. Maybe an invade. This may be a good time to remind the viewers at home we do stream NGS on a 30-second delay, just as a courtesy to the players. So for chat, interactions will be somewhat delayed. Orphea level set. Yep, same build from the Orphea. And you're welcome to see a little insight into my life. As I send a whisper in the middle of the stream. A Nubrak trying to get out though. Nothing's going on. It's okay. It's okay. We're just clearing minions. We're just clearing minions. It's good. POA does have the 1-fort advantage so far. Let's take with mid actually being worn down for POA. The other gates are up. Gate down bottom, gate up mid. So POA with a decent advantage here. Level 10s picked up for both teams. We've got Phoenix, Silver Bullet, Curse Bullet, I should say. Ancestral Feeling, got that Ancestral Healing. Isolation and Cocoon from Protectirs of Aiur on the side of Hot Stats. Looks like a Wailing Arrow. Blessed Shield. Big fight going on though. That's going to be a drag onto Varian. Varian's unloaded everything he has. Joe's going to fall. And it looked like an Eternal Feast this time, but no, it's Jaws. It's crushing Jaws. Taunt from earlier and Aegis. It is going to be Shield Wall upgrade for Hot Dads. Big fight. Only Joe goes down though. Big fights, 1 kill. It's crazy. It is crazy, but a 4-0 lead on kills for POA. Showing Hot Dads that they will not go gently into that good core destruction. Right, we all know that famous poem. Do not go gently into the core destruction. Rage, rage, rage against the sieging of the buildings. Camp pickups all around. All around. But POA a little bit behind. Hot Dads ahead on the camps. So that's going to lead to this invade here. 5v5 fight on the siege camp. With KT top, that's a good sign for Hot Dads, and POA just seeing it gonna back off, recognizing 5v4, done, out. You can have it. We'll just clean it up. POA still up on XP by a good chunk, about half a level. And this siege coming in from Hot Dads. Escorting a siege camp as well. This could be the fort, depending on how they play it. Nice little Oriole whip into the wall. Watch me whip. Watch me. Nah. There, you see it on the screen, Derp. Vel is excited for you to do keys with us. Remember, the more DPS you do, the less likely I am to die.
Magic flows through the temples. Guardians, do not let these birds approach them.
Objective phase up again to Haka, going to the sound, going to get mid fort on his own with that objective. By the way, the Sound is another one of our NGS casters. You all should find his Twitch channel. I think it's the Sound 51, just like his name. Maybe it's just the Sound. And give him a follow. Big engage onto the very end. You heard that silver bullet go out. That was the pew sound, like pew pew pew, but just one of them. Ed getting real low on that Anubarak, and Kakarot living bomb, flame strike all over, but no one's gonna die because this is a high level NGS where all the fights happen and all the health bars stay up. Hot Stats down about a level and a half now. Let's take a look at some of these you know, 4 kills to none will help with that. Let's see where the XP is coming from. Heroes is going to be a 2k difference. That's not going to be the 7k difference, though. Merc's in favor of Hot Stats by about 500. Minions are the same. Passive, that's what it is. It's 2. Well, it was 3, but now it's 2. Or it was a 2, but now 1 structure difference, I think is what it was. That's gonna be, you know, about 3k, and then, or from the passive, because as structures fall, your passive XP goes up, and then structures, another 1500 difference. They're probably missing a freaking tower. No, I don't know. That's weird. That's 1950 for that. Oh, it's this stuff here. Okay. And here, that'll do it. How much health does that have? 629. And that's gonna be Mainly that passive and the structure XP. I mean, the kills help, right? For a 6-7k lead. Level 16 talent advantage for POA. Hey Ouija, what's going on? Also, yeah, if y'all enjoy HOTS and stuff, I don't know that Ouija can help you there, but what Ouija does do is a lot of charity streaming for kids that need your help or something like that. So shout out to Ouija. Go follow his channel as well if you like video games and kids. Not necessarily your own kids, but you know, if you like kids being helped or something like that.
The sun grows within the temples. Soon they shall.
Oh, Pat's back.
My
Hey Pat, you see this?
glory.
So apparently, the spider legs come out of that well every now and then. Silver bullet out onto the Varian, but then Kel'Thot's just getting caught. This is 5v4 wrap on Varian to help get out. Maybe people have to click it again, and that's what causes the spider legs to come out. Who knows? That's right, Ziv. That's absolutely correct. Ouija is probably the best streamer on Twitch. Which is why they have me on the NGS stream. That way they can claim that I'm anonymous and not on my own, where you'd have to know who I am. Yeah, I know. But I did talk about him escaping from Tomb of the Spider. And that's a pickup onto the Joe for a counter kill. Sort of a counter kill. Kalthos is already back up. But the game going to give Nexus Forces the credit. The boss from Hot's Dad's marching up to the keep. But that is a downed keep and a half on the Hot's Dad's side. They're gonna have to watch out for that core. Maybe we'll give maybe we'll get another Rebel throw. Right, no, so Pat, the legs come out and chase Harrison Jones, but then like later, I was looking at it, and you'll have to go back and watch the beginning of the game, but there was like some siege camps going on, and the legs came out again. It was weird, like they were just like reaching for stuff. In between games, go back to the beginning of this game. Maybe someone has to click it again, I don't know. We'll have to go into try mode and see. Ooh. Teams are getting some camps, doing some clearing. Let's see, what else is there to look at around here? Oh, this is interesting. Got some balloons going on. This must be an Oldham. I don't know why I didn't catch that before, but this is totally an Oldham. Little pyramid. Ooh. Little NPC lady. Alright, we've got a push from... Pat, will you message me an update on the NGS 2 match? I am very interested in how that goes.
Soon they shall bask in my glory.
But I don't want to necessarily give spoilers to other people that are here that are going to watch that later. Big invade here, gonna take the bruiser camp from Hotstad. POA coming back in this game number 2 with a vengeance. Oh, I was already zoomed out. Cool. What are they selling at the shop here? What do we think? What do we think this is selling? Is that a real language or is that WoW language? You ever take the time to like look at the scenery on the map? Looks like we got Dahaka and Joe. Gonna back up. Some camps going on. Are Dahaka and Joe gonna fight some more? No. Like they're all just chilling here. Is this just like a community hangout area? Hotstad's taking the objective up top. In here, they're all just like chilling on the wall. What?
My temple's
Do they clear
power
out when a fight
has been
happens?
expended. You are stronger
They've got to,
than I
right?
believed.
Invade. No, not invade. This is their own game. And they're so much smaller than the characters in the game, right? So, here you go, Pat. This is for you. This is very relevant now. Random eccentricities happening out here. Wait, what is that? Oh, it's a okay. That's a hookah. Look, just because it's sandy doesn't mean it's not temperate, okay? You ever been to a beach?
The blue team's core is being assaulted.
The Haka moving on into the core. And looks like he might, oh, the contagion from level 20 going to spread, but it's not going to stop him from getting out. He gets caught going for core. He gets about 16%. But POA going to get the boss out of that because a 4v3, because 2 to defend from the Haka. Oriole goes down. That's the healer. So healer versus offlaner, I'd rather get the kill on the healer. POA in a good position. They're going to go ahead and help the boss get that keep and then probably siege up on core. Upgraded ults pretty much all around. We went Glory to the Alliance, which is normal. Shield of Hope. Rewind. Blunderbuss is good. Flame Strike.
Red team destroyed the fort. The blue team's core.
And the hot stats last little tried to defend, but the boss is probably going to take the core here. They're moving in for, let's see, what's the boss health at? Crushing Jaws is going to catch Greymane. Greymane's going to die here. Boss at 20%, or core at 20%, boss is going to kill. That's going to be game number 2 for POA. It's like we always say, Pat, right? Why cast when you can podcast? Oh, I went away from that screen. Oops. There were some stats in the game. And yeah, I didn't see it on the core. But the more important part is that Harrison Jones did escape. He escaped. He escaped from the spider with the treasure. Is he a thief or a hero? Is he a thief or did he recover priceless history? That's the real question. Oh, Buggy. He's so cute. Because he's not getting in trouble. Alright, waiting on what map number 3 is going to be. We still have Alterac is up, Dragon's up, Garden's up, Spider's up, Towers of Doom is up. And we got the foot twitch! We got the little foot twitch from the Bun Bun. That's the important part. Oh yeah, gotta love that foot twitch. This would be where I would do a ad if I wanted to give y'all ads. Sometimes we even go and watch some of the old trailers from HOTS releases. But right now we're just waiting on a map. So we're gonna look at the dog with the twitchy foot. Really good game number 2. Really good fights. Really good back and forth. Not quite as exciting of an ending on the core like the back and forth core throws in game number 1. But still an exciting finish. Hey, we have a map. Towers of Doom, classic game 3 map. Classic game 3. Gonna be picked by HOTS Dads again. Yeah, Negloid, it was exciting. I have a hard time. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Very nice waterfalls. I think, it's important to appreciate the art team. I think the art team for games lose a lot of credit when they're the ones really keeping people involved. A lot of mobile games, rather, the art team's carrying the dev team. Yeah. Look, I think some of those things are quite interesting. And we saw all the fights, lots of action to be had. It's Sky Temple, though. Lots of macroing. But now we are ready to go into Towers of Derm. I mean, if y'all want to see them killing minions more, we can do that. That's fine. Ha! Right? Very hot stads. Absolutely. And now a Dahaka ban instead. Instead of the... What did they ban the first 2 times? But Falstad Rail coming out the same bans for POA.
Calls.
With... Here's the draft. Sorry, I'm a few seconds behind on that. With the Joe first pick. Oriole Blaze coming out again. The Joe has been a quite contested pick, and the Oriole first pick for hot stats now 3 games in a row. Yeah, I know. I was a little bit behind on the Switch. I think I kind of made a sound about it. But, and just a reminder, there's a 30-second delay. Alright. Thanks, Pat. That's fair. Maybe. Now the Sylvanas ban. Okay. Sylvanas played in game 1 and 2, and I believe lost both games. So Sylvanas ban.
Well, it's about
And we have the Tychus showing up.
Vanquish
Where's
the
the
weak.
There it is. With the Jaina, this is the first Jaina showing so far. Whoa, wait, Ed and Sound both picking up tanks. We're getting a Nubrak and Joanna. Oh, stop the presses. Stop the presses.
Anytime you're ready.
With Raynor and Brightwing pickup. So Raynor and Jaina making their debuts in this match. We got otherwise 8 and Diablo making his debut as well. All right, so we've got 7 characters picked the previous 2 games with 3 new entries. Okay. Diablo about to put the hot in hot stads. As we move into game number 3 of the B-East Finals, hot stads versus the Protectors of Aiur. And I will actually fix the hot stads name here in just a sec. There we go. I had their name spelled wrong. God, those parentheses are so big in this font. That's great. All right, on the side of Hot's dads, we've got Godly Noob bringing the heat on the fire bat. Jaina chilling you to the bone, played by Cue Ball. Krogden, like I said, putting the hot and hot dads on Diablo. User error on the Oriole, and Kakarot playing the Tychus. Got Pina Colada. More heat on
5, 4,
Kael'thas.
3,
Eclectic or Ed on the Beetle and Nubrak. They did switch. That's what I thought was going to happen. the sound on the Joe. Looking at some offlane Joanna action. That's going to be interesting. E-Day playing the Jimmy, the large minion, laner, Rainer, with Sergeant Scoops back on the one true terror of the skies, Brigitte Wang. Yes, Gucci Murden was banned. Again, Murden has been the third ban from POA all 3 games. Ooh, Diablo flip on the Nubrak. Nubrak is a low health tank. Lots of shielding though. Is going to make it out with maybe a little help from the Brightwing magic shield, magic armor. And that could have been first blood, but not. Level 4's hot stats first. Yeah, Pat, that you know, I think that's the NGS marketing scheme, right? Oh, you like us? Like us in 2 places.
The others will rise shortly, heroes. Be ready. You must capture them quickly.
Yeah, Stitches was available, but I don't think he. I mean, personally, I'm not a big fan of Stitches as a tank main. Even I don't like Stitches. I think he requires an execution comp, right? Because Stitches is about bringing someone into you. He doesn't really do the things that a tank should do, other than swap. Other than like bring one target in. Pat, open up both streams in like different tabs and like mute one and then the other. Yeah, use 2 different browsers, use 2 windows. Like, what are you doing, dog?
Your powers will be more brave, like all the others.
Uncontested channel as the fight moves to the mid, and that's going to be 2-1 on the altars.
Pay for your arrogance.
Oh, you're on your phone. But yeah, it's pre-roll ads so that you don't get the supposedly so we don't get the ads during the middle of the broadcast and interrupt the games. Yeah, exactly. I don't think Stitches actually does tank things. I think he does initiate things, right? If that makes sense. Like, obviously part of the job of the tank is initiation, but if you get behind Stitches, like, okay, now what is he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna like puke on me. Oh yeah, I mean, really good hooks are definitely a menace for sure. I agree with that. Especially if you can get some good isolations. Like, obviously not the Hawk isolation, but actual, like, you hook someone, they're dead before the team can respond. Well, I absolutely agree. I don't like him as an actual tank. But he has his role for sure. Alright, Next set of next altars coming up. As we can see here, 3 blue, right? 3 blue, 3 red. So worth 4 points on either side. And everybody's fighting. Brightwing gonna go ahead and Z onto the Anubarak, so there's no need for him to back. And we're gonna get a fight onto this. Hot Stad's in a much better position starting out. And big Diablo charge onto the Rainer. Nice wall bang. Here comes the Jet Propulsion to stun 3. Really big AoE if that Jet Propulsion hits from the Blaze. And a cooldown reduction on it. Must be the Neural, yeah, that Neural Stim Pack. And that's going to chase POA out.
Enough of this charade. Bring down the Gravekeeper's core.
You know, Pat, it's funny you mentioned that. So, the Tron video game, there is a, like, automatic comment button or whatever that says, I was looking for prawn and I found this stupid game. And it just cracks me up. Both teams pretending to want to fight. Wow, you're way behind. You're very behind. I would also say that we have different definitions of useless. But like I said earlier, if you want me to show Rainer shooting minions, that's fine. Yeah, it may have been Legacy. Well, no, Legacy was a solid movie, I thought.
Once more, the altars rise from the depths.
Yeah, exactly. Charge and flip onto KT. There's going to be the wrap on Diablo. Here comes the Ring of Frost with the Falling Sword going to be huge to stop the Ring of Frost from being affected. There is the Hyperion going out with the Lightning Breath. Lightning Breath instead of APOC. Interesting. I think with the CC chain they have, I guess either way it worked out pretty well. It's okay, Gucci. I will definitely get some quote-unquote useless crap for him when nothing's going on in the game. Yeah, Negloid. Oh, I was thinking about those pumpkin aesthetics. Wait, you talking about the sappers or the pumpkins killing on the side? Jet propulsion onto a Nubarak again. How is nobody dead yet? All the buttons being used. I know I called out a lot of them, but we'll look at those level 10s here in a second. Okay, and the channel does go off. So Commandeer Odin, Homie Bunker, Ring of Frost, Lightning Breath, and Crystal Aegis into Cocoon, Falling Sword, Hyperion, Blink Heal, and Phoenix. Big charge onto the Rainer. Yeah, for sure. But like, and I wish I could ping them. But like, you got the Spirit Healer with the, oh hey look, they're waiting on a camp to spawn. So you got the Spirit Healer here, so that you can res here in the graveyard. Oh look, hey, they're still getting the camp. And Blaze and Joe aren't doing anything. Weird. Yeah. And now we have a fight on the camp. On the other camp, there's a Falling Sword to help with the escape. Ring of Frost goes out after the Falling Sword. Much better use this time, I think, but still nobody dies. However, Hot Stats does get the camp steal. But yeah, so each one of these, kind of like Arathi Basin, is going to be a different stuff. This is the blacksmith. Here comes Hotstad pushing into the bottom fort. So there's the charge onto a Nubrak into the tower. Nubrak's going to get away, but the blaze charge onto Kael'thas is going to actually get the kill. And that's going to be the bottom fort taking taking the graveyard for Hotstad. Nice whip into the corner there, and that's going to be kill on Raynor. That's going to be a Hotstad's advantage going into this next objective. Going to be 5 shots from each altar.
Do not disappoint me.
Well, Hotstad sits and holds. Oh, maybe not sits and holds.
I am Lord Israel, and it will not be stolen from me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Falling Sword is great.
Let the Gravekeeper know my power.
Really, really good saves out of the Falling Sword, but I feel like the still losing 2 is rough. But I think that fight could have gone a lot. I feel like the fight could have gone a lot worse, but at the same time, you lose the fort and 2 altars, so like, could it? And now we play the Towers of Doom game where we hold the bot fort. Yeah, Eliel, let me catch those for you after this fight. I'll pull the talents back up. Nubrak getting slammed into the wall. Here comes the Hyperion out, trying to siege into the fort. Both teams pre-level 16. It looks like this fort may fall. And Cocoon gets blocked by the fire breath, or lightning breath, unstoppable. Nubrak looking really low. He's going to try to get out. The unstoppable from Joe is going to help. But the sound in danger, dying for the sins of a Nubrak. No, he's going to make it out, but Kael'thas dying yet again. Lots and lots of punishment onto Kael'thas. Lots of, or not punishment, but lots of focus.
The altars are rising, heroes. Do get ready.
Oh, that's not where I wanted to. That's not how I wanted to do that. Sorry, I'm messing up my Z buttons. You would think with as much of the zooming in and out that I do, I would get those correct, but yeah. So the talents are on the screen. I'm gonna drop them here in a second as we watch the altar fights. But if you need me to hover over any or show or talk about something, let me know, and we'll do that. All right, looks like we're gonna get a trade up top, and then we're gonna get a 5v5 down bottom. Or is this going to be a no? Oriole going to sneak in the cap there, and that's going to be a large advantage for Hotstad. Now up 18 shots. Here comes the Falling Sword, gonna hit 2, and a big Ring of Frost. Oh, that was basically on 5. Oh man, I haven't seen a ring that great since I asked my wife to marry me. Woo! And that's triple quad kill, and KT's gonna die here too. Yep, that is an ace coming out of Hotstad's. I imagine they're gonna go for the triple cap, but maybe just the boss. Oh, they gotta get this bottom fort first too. Here, let's watch them. Or Jaina almost dying to the fort. Now we can watch them kill this fort. Look at Diablo just punching stone. Punching stone and fire. Oriole just slapping it with hope. Oriole hoping that fort to death. What else we got? And so now you can see the thing went to, it shows which team has which forts on the altar. We're gonna get those top 2. This is probably gonna be a trade again. Hotstad should be happy to trade. If they get both, they win. I think they just stay happy to trade. Get the pumpkins in, get the fort, or get the altar, get the boss.
Take the altars.
Yeah,
and
I just think that it's trade.
To the Gravekeeper.
Sound gonna go over and try to disrupt the blaze cap? Okay. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. POA not happy to... No! He didn't blind? That's interesting. Godly Noob getting the altar easy. That was this is a best of 5. Ziv, it's a best of 5. I think that was a misplay there by the sound. Was in blind range, doesn't get the interrupt on the channel to buy time for the fight, but we are still 3:20 post 16. Blaze going to be the first one to fall. Diablo is cocooned. Oriole getting low. So is the Jaina. Tychus getting hit by the Hyperion and some fire. Diablo should just die here. This is Towers of Comebacks. Is that what I said? Slapping with hope? Like, I don't even know what I say half the time. That's what makes this so much fun for me.
The orphans rise again.
$5D cheese. Alright, level 20 talents online for Hot Stats is going to be big going into this. They need to stop this Oriole from getting this cap. Let's back out and see the full picture. Big stun by a Nubrak. That's going to hit 3. Diablo in the back, trying to push in. There's the jet propulsion, going to stun the Rainer. That's going to buy Janus some space. The falling sword goes out. Blaze drops the homie bunker and is going to be safe there. It is the improved homie bunker. Got blink from Jaina and Diablo. One stuns, one slows. Big red button on the Commandeer Odin and the Shield of Hope. And POA wins the fight, takes the objective down 20s. I am not sure. I don't want to discredit anybody here, but I'm not sure how much of that was Hot Stats not wanting to lose the fight in their advantage, or how much of that was just such a good play by POA, even down 20s into that. Like, was it conservative play by Hot Stats, or was it really well executed aggression by POA? I'm not sure. Peanut Gallery, what do you think? I've actually never looked at that. What's coming out of there? Because that's part of the black. Huh. Jet propulsion coming in, getting knocked back by the Rainer Q. Blaze looking a little bit low, but a Nubrak gets flipped and charged. Diablo also at half, but POA in a much better health bar position. Got a full energy bar from Oriole with that Reservoir of Hope at 11 stacks. That's what, 550 extra energy there. That's a lot of extra healing. There goes the Falling Sword level 20. Heaven's Fury, right? Lightning bolts. The shield, the Aegis going out onto Diablo, and POA going to take the tower back with 2 altars up top. Both teams can afford the trade, but don't want to. And teams are leveling up. What is this? It's like an anvil on minecarts. What the hell? I've never seen that on here before. I've never been. There's a cooling water. Let's go up to these altars as the teams are getting set up. And again, POA looking for some aggression here, moving into the side. Hyperion out onto the fight. Godly Noob on the Blaze, looking really low. He's going to charge out. There's the Heaven's Fury Falling Sword going to come down. Not going to get the stun to not go over the dead zone. And that's going to be a channel. That's going to be 1. Call it 2 for POA. Protectors of Aiur bringing this back to 5-9 from 28-10. It was 28-5, I guess, because of the order that the ones got capped.
Show the Raven Lord the extent of my power.
So another 8, 12, so 20. And the boss, that's right, and the boss. And did they get, no, they didn't get pumpkins in. How do we go from 28 to 10? 18 is not the right Oh wait, did they have this bottom 4 for a little bit? They had this bottom 4 for a little bit, I think. There you go, Pat. Thank you for the lore reference. I wasn't sure. The Diablo Cocoon, but Diablo's own Flame Stomp going to get him mostly out. There's the Crystal Aegis keep him alive, and he Hellgates away again. That's not going to stun anybody, but Ed trying to follow up. Oriole taking the Blinding Q. There's the Heaven's Fury, going to hit 4, going to reduce the cooldown to 20. Lots of cooldown reduction on that. That's going to get the team out and at full health. Really strong disengage there. Really good Falling Sword. But great job from Hot's Dads on staying alive in there. There's a big charge onto the Joe, I think that was, and the camp looks like it's gonna be stolen. They're not gonna get on in time. The slow from the 12-second lightning breath. No, 4-second lightning breath. He did not upgrade it. That's right. Got Pepper upgrade, Heaven's Fury, Fairy Protector. Big charge onto Joe. Joe's gonna go out. This is gonna be a 5v4 moving into this double altar phase, and that is likely going to be the game. Great setup from the Jaina there. The ice flows, the numbing blast. That root was huge. That's gonna be 2. Wait, but the healer's down. This is now a 3v2 with Jaina low and Blaze low. Blaze is just gonna channel. Are they gonna get the interrupt on the Jaina? That's gonna put the core at 1 for POA. Brightwing gonna channel as well. Here comes Diablo, and that's gonna be the interrupt. 4v3. Tank is low. Diablo charge in. Here comes the Z. Is it gonna be enough? Blaze is gonna go down. 3v3. Jaina with the root on a new bracket. Jaina with the ice block. Brightwing, Kael'thas, is it enough? Joe's gonna be the first one up and gonna come through this teleport here. There is the blink. And that's going to be Brightwing down. Does Joe make the teleport in time? Blind doesn't come out. And that's going to be game number 3 over to Hot's Dads. I thought Joe was going to make it in time. Oh, thanks, Pat. Wow. Okay. Okay. How Jaina survived there. I mean, Brightwing's probably not going to get the kill there, right? But oh man, that could have gone either way still. If KT lasted just a little bit longer, then Joe gets there to continue the fight. It still probably goes in the favor of tank and DPS into tank. And Jaina didn't die at all that game. No death club to the Jaina. 1 no death club in the chat for the Jaina. That was crazy. All right, here's the talents again. Thanks, Neg. Really good set. Right, Breathe. That was an amazing fight. I don't know. I feel like the Joe getting there barely to continue the fight longer, but I feel it. That was exciting. That was really exciting. Towers of Doom has just some of the best fights. Yeah. Fairy Protector huge into the Jaina. For just the 2v2 part, I wonder if Invisible Friends could have saved the Kael'thas there. drop targeting a couple times, things like that. Look at these healing numbers though. Just absolute. What a game! Just what a game. Like the description says, thanks Raka for the description. If you're enjoying the casting, I am Taco. You can find me at twitch.tv/eltaquito. My motto this season has been why cast when you can podcast. I like to talk about stuff. Surprisingly, been a bit more on topic this stream than normal. Probably lends itself to being the finals. If you like the casting, go give me a follow. Definitely be casting more next season, and potentially doing some other stuff in between seasons. I haven't been casting as much because I work rotating shift work, or not cast. I haven't been streaming as much because I work rotating shift work, but I'm trying to get back into it some more. But just give me a follow. Don't worry about subbing or anything like that. I enjoy my job. I cast for fun, or I stream for fun, so don't worry about the money. But yeah, just give me a little heart and to know when I'm going live and stuff. Also, definitely like and subscribe or whatever to NGS, where you can have all your NGS desires met here on the main channel, and support Nexus Gaming Series, where we've got great matches like this. However, if you are not enjoying the cast, as I said before, I am Prostman Pat, and I don't do any of this, and I don't have a Twitch. Sorry, we the thing went away now, but we're just rehashing some of that game because everybody involved is absolutely crazy about that game. Y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Both teams enjoyed it. So now, oh, I didn't mark the winner of that game. So 2-1. In Hotstad or POA electing for first pick, Hotstad's taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen. I think I know why POA keeps taking first pick. But I'll ask later. I don't want to distract people. Neg, thanks for hanging out. And get some good sleep or whatever, you know, do a good job at work tomorrow. I hope you come back and watch the rest of the set later, because we're having a good time. Bun, what are you doing? Buggy? Here, come here. Come here, Arthas. Yeah. Here's our Arthas. Tomb of the Spider Queen. So we should be getting the spider going off. So far, we've got, and I'm getting over to draft right, just a couple seconds too late. So far, we've got Hotstads picking both maps. Alright, y'all are gonna watch this for a second. I gotta step out for just a moment.
Need a light? For the frozen throne!
Yo, that's right. KTZ or nothing. I agree. Oh, that might be a little strong. This is gonna be real strong. I had to refill my Jack and Coke, and it's a lot more Jack than Coke this time, I think. Joe Ban.
Ready for action!
Junkrat first show up outside of the ban phase. Pina Colada, from what I remember, a pretty solid Junkrat. Murden first show as well, usually the third ban for PoA. Now we're going to see a new ban come out of PoA. Hot Stats has varied their second ban a few times. I just realized that was probably on camera. Look at the doggos.
There is always hope.
No. Nothing new coming from Hot Stats. You know, play what you're good at, right?
I will fight to my last
You wanna
breath.
watch the draft spot? Here.
Vilneus will
So Oriole,
rise
Orphea, Rhaegar and Greymane going for the dogs again, and a Maiev pick. I'm excited. We got the Dirty Bath. They're not the Dirty Bath. Then we got Maiev Orphea. Come on, bud. Tell us about it. Tell us about it. What you see? What do you see? Alright, let's see if they do it for me.
Prepare yourselves. The battle begins.
I hope they remember.
Shortly.
Do they remember? Alright, well, while we're paused, we're going to take a look at Kakra on Maiev, Godly Noob on the Dahaka, Q-Ball on the Orphea, Krogdon on Anubarak, and Oriole being played by User Air. We got Ed on the Muradin, the Sound on Blaze, E-Day playing that Gray mate, Gideon Gray, Sergeant Scoops on the Rhaegar, and Pina Colada on the Junkrat. See, I thought the Dirty Bathtub was Orphea Leo. It's 15 for playoffs, and I'll get that known. That's fantastic. Oh, now Pina has DC'd. That's fair. That's a fair. All right, I was told we're gonna get the gym. 1, 2 clicks, 3, 4, 5, and we even got the pings.
10 seconds.
Harrison Jones coming down the rope in to steal the gym. He takes it. He's got it. It's on his back. He's going to climb up. Oh, that's a little too tight. Up to the rope. And out. And that leads into what we saw there on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Opening stun onto Dahaka. Dahaka going to burrow away. Trying to get the drag. It's not going to hit. Level 1 Talancer on the screen. Alright, I will try to remember to call it the Kraken's Cage. If it works. It will. It should work. And we get the back and forth. Tomb of the Spider Queen where nobody dies. First blood onto Dahaka with the Greymane combo. And now we siege up. Probably the Kraken's Cage thing. I mean, that's fine. I don't have a good name for it yet, so that could work. We'll see how it feels when doing it. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. We'll just see how it feels. Maybe we'll come up with a name tonight. You'll have to whisper Scoops about it. Lots of 4v1 engage onto this Dahaka. Dahaka gonna get away, maybe because 28 health. Is Greymane gonna make it out? Eden gonna die for it, but 1v1, and then is that gonna be more sins paid? Murden as well, making this now a 2v2, still with the lead by PO8 currently. Let's take a look at that XP. Hero advantage, mercenary advantage to Hot's dad's minion advantage though, to mainly the Blaze. Oh man, that's the downside of the 30-second delay. Is sometimes the vocals don't quite line up with the chat. Ooh, Gucci, what about the Serpent's Tomb? Serpent's Grave. Oh. Spooky Noodles? I like that one. Alright, we got a can't pick up coming in from POA. Speaking of zooming in on stupid stuff as they get the turn in here, that is a creepy freaking egg. But the camp does get picked up, and we got the engage onto the Blaze. Blaze is going to walk out. I'll admit, I did kind of miss him pushing in on the Blaze there. I'll give y'all that one. There's the drag onto Muradin. Big stun on Dahaka. Dahaka's still probably going to make it out. Let's look at these talons again. And POA gets the turn in. Oh, I get to use this button too, this game, with the carried objective. Really only works here and on, I guess, Booty Bay. Also, if you're not calling it Booty Bay, you're wrong. Let's take a peek at these talents. Big clear on the mid. Top's gonna just kind of push on zone and wear itself down. Quick look. Okay, yeah, it's getting through the wall. Stun onto the gray main. Junkrat went Q at 4. Junkrat's going straight up ARAM build here. Hot Dads does have the opportunity for a turn in if they can get some room. Pina looking like he might get caught, gets hit by the slow. Right, the eruption on Dread Eruption, or yeah, on Dread slows, right? It's not just the projectile, the line. Well, Pat, I disagree, because Bloodlust, everybody focuses on like the attack speed, but Bloodlust does movement speed for the team and lifesteal, so it's so strong for sustaining through a fight. If you need area heals, it's so good until, you know, Ancestral 20. But if you just need that focus heal, then that's where Ancestral comes in. I just don't think people use Bloodlust appropriately, and that's why it's as low value as it is. There's the cage into the pool. Here comes the Eternal Feast. Gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So 5 hits, 6 iterations, and no one dies. I'm surprised it went that many times. I thought it came in a little bit late, but the CC was really good there. So with a quick look at these level 10s for everybody, with the Web Weavers moving, being finished up as well. Oh, I missed it. I should have said with the Web Weavers being wrapped up. Newbrack burrow in, not quite gonna land. So we got, wait, oh, there's the Aegis, and a dead orb. Probably. There it is. The Sergeant Scoop's looking really low on that Rhaegar, moving in like the Resto Enhancement Shaman should. That's going to be 2 for none. Oriole going to die to the Greymane roll. Make it 3 for none. And this should be a boss and turn in my opinion. Might not have time for both. And they're chasing the Dahaka kill. That's 25 gems though. That might actually be a worthwhile chase. Alright, so we've got Warden's Cage, Isolation, Eternal Feast, Cocoon, and Crystal Aegis into Avatar, Homie Bunker, Cursed Bullet, Ancestral Healing, and the Riptire. There's the wrap onto the Avatar himself. Ed trying to jump out. Gets you unstoppable, but not at the right time. Well, it might have been at the right time if he kept walking. And that's going to be Ed going down. Going to drop a big 21. $26? Big ones are 20, right? Not 25? Camp. Turn in. That's Web Weavers. Camp started over here. Did she go, nope. 2 in pursuit. What's the... Does anybody remember what the level 1 build or talent is called for Maiev? I just can't think of it at the moment, but I know what it is. Like, I know it. It's where she activates it and hits and her auto attacks bounce. It's really good for taking camps. She gets it back by hitting multiple people with her Q. That's going to be Junkrat trying to escape, bouncing into a slap from the Oriole's dope, the Angel of Hope's dope rope note. And a Cocoon onto Muradin. POA trying to hold on here as their base is being invaded. Nisha's momentum. That's right. Thanks, Nixia. And Simply Teal, I appreciate it. Big shout out to both of y'all. Nixus, I'm so glad that your first time chat here on the NGS main channel is helping me out with information. I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm so glad that you are getting active. I appreciate that. NGS appreciates that. NGS appreciates you. I feel like I should say comrade there. It just feels appropriate. Hotstad's in a really good position here, but POA does have the opportunity for turn-in. A little boss scouting going on. Yeah, well, it's definitely quite opposite of TOD in that manner. And here is the Hotstad's boss engage, but this gives room for POA to get this turn in here. If Blaze will come turn in. More waterfalls? Is this? I mean, this really is like the under version of Sky Temple. It's just like the Netherweave version. The Nerubian version. Hey, Pat, that's a little rude. I just don't like it. It is a good talent. I just need to be better at my stuff. It's not that the Naishas doesn't work, it's that my Q doesn't work. It never hits multiple people. I mean, your team's my F. Mid fort goes down to the web weavers. We're gonna come down here for a bit of a clear. Now POA not as in good shape on the map, but still kind of on the front foot currently. Let's see how they engage this. It's a very interesting split here. There's going to be a big engage onto the Muradin and the Rhaegar, the homie buck. I'm so confused about what was happening there. I had my teams, I guess, mixed up. But Rhaegar and the homie bunker not going to be able to get out. Muradin out of buttons to get away and is going to get wrapped. That might actually buy him time. I think your cooldowns still go down while in wrap. I remember like being mad about getting let out too soon. He could jump away, but no, gets immediately slapped into the wall and killed. Not killed, killed. And Hot's dad's now moving in to try to take out some keeps. I feel like this fort's just gonna fall though. Well, the catapult there is gonna clear, so never mind. Hope slap, that's right. Slap him with some hope. Why are you so worried? Have some hope. Here comes the Hotstad's turn in. Short 6. Orphea has the other 9. Goes ahead and gets that cap on the camp. That's going to buy room for a large donation from the Sound. But not enough yet. Interesting. It's like a sphere of never-ending water, or nether, or whatever that is. I wish this did something. I wish this had an interaction. That'd be cool. Web Weaver's coming in, thanks to the Orphea turn in. And Blaze gonna drop the homie bunker as Rhaegar is wrapped. They're gonna get pulled out. Blaze gonna try to jump closer away, gonna sip on the way out. There's not gonna be enough healing, probably. There's the Ancestral, and it does go up! Orphea level 7 is complete. Blaze is alive and well. This is gonna be a full health 5v5 with the clearing of the Web Weavers in progress. I can't believe POH survived there. Hot's dad's gonna try to close out this game, sort of. They're gonna try to set up the closeout. They're clocking in for the night shift. Getting ready to close up the store. Gotta put food on the table for all their Hot's kids. But very low on coins now. And POA with enough gems, enough spider butts for the turn-in. And a boss play, maybe? No, they've got to go defend that keep. And they do get the turn in. I missed who turned it in. I'm sorry. I was following some some hot stat action. Grayman gonna get absolutely obliterated. And Rhaegar Blaze is wrapped up as well. He's gonna fall probably in that bunker. He's gonna jump propulsion out. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna turn around and come back in. He's gonna get caught. Instead, this is gonna be 5v2. I think Hot Stats just pushes in for the win here and calls it good. Drag onto the Murden, full engage. This looks like it's going to be a kill. There's the cage. Murden down. Junkrat only. And this core is Junkrat trying to throw in grenades. Yeah. And that's going to be the finals over to Hot Stats. And Nubrak falls to the AoE of the core. And here's Harrison Jones. Whoa. That was weird. He like appeared, disappeared. That's game number 4 and the series over to Hotstad. Alright, I'm gonna go find an opportunity to talk to probably Kakarot. I'll give him a message. This is game number... That's right! That's right. Oh, Pat, I love it. And no one is gonna understand, and that makes it even better. You know, I was just in the middle of sending you a message. Okay, I was just in the middle of only sending one of you a message because, holy shit, there's 5 of you.
You get all the dads.
Yeah, you know, going camping with my 5 dads. Right? It's, or I guess my 4 dads? My
There
5
he
dads?
is. 5.
Look, it may be the end of May, but it's not June yet, so I don't know if I can have 2 to 5 dads. Yeah, we'll keep that to ourselves. We don't need to explain that one. Congratulations, really exciting games. Like absolute out of my mind. Wow. And that's the finals, right? That's it. No, you'll have the coastal. You'll have the coastal.
I have the coastal. Yeah, we go against B-West.
That's
and
right.
I think they're playing right now.
Yeah, and that's going to be Clouded Minds in Roll 1, right?
Yes, I think so.
Well, that's the first interview question: is which team would you rather play against?
Maybe Clouded Minds, only because I feel like we run into Roll 1 often in Stormlink, and yeah, so it'd be some. Yeah, I feel like we see their names a lot.
Yeah, that's fair. But that means you're more prepared for them, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I will say, Roll 1, good group of guys. I played with them a good amount. I say a good amount. I played with some of them a good amount. Clouded Minds really also a really fun group to play with. They've been doing some impressive stuff this season from the couple of times I've cast them. I'm glad I got to cast y'all this season as well. Finally, you know, it took till the finals, but I got it.
All that matters.
Yeah, thanks for casting. We'll put you in our honorary calendar page.
Honorary calendar page? What? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have our Hot Stats calendar coming out. We'll put you in the back.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it. I got it. The Hot Stats calendar. Okay. Gotcha. That's right. Just don't forget to send me the NGS champion pin. Really fun display. So this may sound like a criticism, but it's not, I swear. Y'all played pretty much the same heroes all 4 games. Like, mostly, right? I'm curious if that's, like, out of comfort, or based off of like strategy into POA. And if it's, we still have the grand finals coming up and we don't want to tell the West Coast what we're doing, I understand that as an answer.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to answer. It's just we just send in it. I don't know.
It looked like it would be fun, right?
When we were scouting them, we noticed their top 10 picks were kind of like some of our top 10 picks. So it was like, man, there's a lot of contested ban picks between these two teams. I don't think we go too off the walls with our picks. So, very meta S tier, A tier picks. So there was definitely some back and forth squeezing between the two teams.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely saw that, especially with some of the like the bands were pretty much the same throughout with a little bit of variation. So do y'all have like a really good Falstad?
Maybe. I don't know. We don't know.
I don't know. No, we don't. No, our Falstad sucks. Right? No, Roll One or Cloud of Minds don't ban Falstad. Sorry, you're right. I shouldn't ask that question. I'm curious as to y'all's preference for map pick also. So it's the grand finals. It's a best of 5. We ban out 4 maps. Basically, if it goes to 5, I think it's all but one map gets played. So I feel like it's like the map pick isn't that much of an advantage unless you want it because it's not map pick, it's second pick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to their last interview when they won against Lafine, and they said they like first pick. So I knew right away we were probably going to get a map pick every single game. And we like those two like top tier picks,
Okay.
But we're also okay with first pick because then we get a juicy hero. So I mean,
yeah, it's like a third.
It kind of it favors us either way.
Okay.
So it's hard to ban us out. So
we pretty much like every map. I don't think there's any map that we look at and was like, oh, nah. We're just like, oh, we'll just take whatever map they choose. So it's like we don't really have to pick that much.
We'll pick some characters and destroy some structures. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. So without going too long, which I'm infamous for, so that's still probably not going to happen. So we saw game 1 is not Silver City. Hello? What? My watch screen? Volskaya. It looked like there was very low priority on the control points. Is that what that felt like for y'all? Even with the buff to the Triglav and stuff?
I think that's account of the Zul'jin. I think that's like a normal, like something to take into consideration. Any stacking hero, it's kind of like
just stack on the Triglav. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it's just anybody. Like anytime you see like ball or anything, you think that like, well, it's just deny that. And then the early game objective on that just notoriously is not great. And then they had Sylvanas, so they had good macro. They didn't need it. It looked like they were just trying to split us. Like they don't want to get it because then we can stack, but then they can give it to us, and then they can burn it with Tychus, and they don't need it because they have Sylvanas. So it's kind of a couple things working in their way, their favor there.
Okay, that's fair. So also y'all had a really early camp invade there on that turret, right? That was Volskaya?
We did, yep.
Yep. What led to that? Because I feel like that's an unusual early invade with the 5-man.
We were trying
Did we see 2 top? Was it 2?
I think
we
KT
saw
was
one bot.
top.
I think
KT was
top. We just saw numbers, and it's kind of we
in
our rotation and kind of the opposite of the rotation, and we knew that we could jump on it quick and either push them off or kill them and take it or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was pretty poked out as well, so it would be kind of hard for the enemy team. Like just like so little time for them to get on camp. They had to give it. If not, take a losing fight.
Whoa! It's the Capital One Bank guy.
Oh. Sorry, friends. For that little extra sound in there, just on the stream, not for you guys. With we got a lot of hots to go through. Is there anything else like major that y'all saw here on Volskaya that you wanted to mention before we move up?
No, I mean it was a good. Overall, it was a good game. It was we were kind of surprised at the very end, like when we fell back, and then they took the tempo to our bot keep, and we're just like, are they gonna push for the core here? Yeah. That was kind of like something we think at the end we're like, man, thank goodness. Like
we're gonna die.
Like
No, we're gonna die. No, we're gonna die. Yeah, the classic rebel throw right there. My team Region Rebel has spent so long dying on cores because we don't know how to judge whether or not we're actually like finishing. It's wild. So okay, Sky Temple, another really macro-y map. A lot of the same heroes. Y'all took the Sylvanas away and y'all picked up the double tank with the variant on. What can specifically the double tank? I imagine Sylvanas was more of a deny than anything else. Probably, right?
Yeah, we denied it from them. I think that was the idea because we kind of saw that they took that.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
think the map is all macro and structures, right? So I mean, I feel like very rarely, unless it's like a total end of the game team wipe, go to core. It's like you win on the temples, and so just kind of if you can get the structures, then those temples are more and more valuable as the game goes on. Obviously, it didn't quite work out that way for us tonight, but
yeah, the global they did. The
Dahaka global
sound,
pressure.
Yeah, the sound did really
really
on that map. We were just like, damn, he's doing really well on the Dahaka.
Yeah, that you gotta watch out for those globals. That's good. But yeah, the pressure from Sylvanas can be really strong. So what led y'all to the double tank there?
Just wanting to try and see how it goes.
That's fair.
Like a very good pick.
No, I get it. You're trying to stay prepared for grand finals and don't want to tell them much. I understand. And that's okay. I'm still gonna ask. You don't. But
that's right. This was the real championship to me.
Yeah, right. Well, it's the one that matters, right? You get the pin for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So kind of to wrap up the Sky Temple and start the Towers of Doom discussion, you had a pause at the beginning of Sky Temple, and then again at the beginning of Towers of Doom. So what did you not take care of properly for your wife in Sky Temple that you then had to fix during Towers of Doom?
Oh man, she came home and I didn't hear her, and she was playing with a dog, and I guess she accidentally, like the dog yelped. I guess she accidentally hurt the dog while playing, and since I didn't know they were behind me because my headset canceled the noise, I just heard like a sharp like yelp right behind me, and it scared. Like I was just like heart dropped, like brain racing, like what just happened. So I was like, hey, I need to deal with this, and I had to take a second because I was in kind of like all over the place. Like I wasn't set anymore to focus on the game. So I was like, all right, hang on, give me a second. Real life thing. And
so really it was just a comms issue.
Yeah, well, funny enough, that actually was like that was a huge issue we had in Sky Temple. Like we dressed, that was pretty much like they played them playing really well, but I think at the end we addressed like, hey, we gotta fix our comms, and then from there it worked out.
Well, the NGS pause things talk about having technical or communication issues, right? So we had a comms issue. I was telling them to do stuff and they weren't freaking doing it. Yeah, okay. I was just curious because, I mean, not to put you on blast, but two pauses right at the beginning of the game. Come on, wife.
Hey, it's happened to us in the past, so I mean, we don't. It's
no, I get it. I get it. It's better at the beginning of the game than like right before the momentum-changing team fight.
I don't ever pay attention to like the timers or how many pauses. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff
The
happens.
wife is the hardest boss in history.
And most people are cool about it, but like if when we're trying to like if you've given us a reason to feel like y'all aren't, there's some teams that you're just like, okay, we're gonna enforce the timer on.
We've had games where people don't show up, and like the enemy team didn't show up till like 30 minutes after.
That's already way past forfeit time. But you're like, I just want to play hot.
But I don't want that. No, I want to play.
Yeah, we don't
want to
win
game.
That.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't want to forfeit. We want a game.
Until you start looking at the playoff standings and stuff, and it's like, I guess I'll take the 3-4 points. But yeah, no, I get it. We're here to play the game, so let's play the game. But also, I need to go to bed early enough that I don't die at work tomorrow. So
that too.
Yeah. Okay. Towers of Doom though, that was wild. since we were pretending to talk about it. I mean, the back and forth, but I think the part that we're all mostly concerned with was the end of the game, with the drawn-out team fight into the 2v2 on that last altar. What did that sound like for y'all?
Didn't hear because my heart was thumping away so loudly.
Because that was what, Diablo and Jaina into KT and Brightwing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we would come out on the other side because, you know, it's like Diablo's health pool's insane, and it was a lot of cue ball just like squealing. So I was trying to focus on
yeah,
getting the kills and everything.
Yeah, I do a lot of that when I'm very close to dying.
Yeah.
It's
pretty normal.
I'm surprised that cue ball stayed alive there. I mean, Brightwing doesn't have much damage, but still, I thought that was gonna stall long enough for Joe to get there.
I was worried about the KT flamethrower because he's been a long time. Like, I don't really like playing him because I find him boring, but he's the most played of lifetime of HOTS, so I just know him, and I was just like terrified, like, man, one flamethrower from like a lane away and I'm so dead. But honestly, I don't think me and Krog just talked about it. I think Krog was just 1v2ing, and then I was like, do I stay? Nah, I'll stay, and just threw a ring and ran.
If I say there will be trouble, yeah.
Yeah, icy barrier, save me.
I also accidentally made it last a lot longer than it should have because I fat fingered something. So a shadow charge, but it definitely would have ended sooner if I hit the right person.
I will. Oh yeah, for sure. I will say big props to you, Krog, on the Diablo with in particular, there was a cocoon you dodged with lightning breath.
Yeah.
And I forget which game it was, and who the Sylvanas was, if it was y'all or them, but there was a Sylvanas dodging an Anub'arak, a cocoon with Will of the Forsaken as well. I did catch. I saw both of those. Those were impressive.
It's a 2-for-1. So I dodged one with a lightning breath, and then the Sylv dodged one of mine, and then in the last game, Blaze bunkered right as I hit it, and it put mine on a full cooldown.
Yeah.
He got off bunker. So yeah.
Dodging those is so impressive. It was really, really good to see. So, and you know what? I'm glad that it went back and forth and that it wasn't like all the dodges on one side too. So, Anub'arak very contested this set, as well as the Joe and the Blaze. So really fun to see. Speaking of going into that tomb of the Spider Queen, it looked like it was going to be back and forth a lot. I feel like y'all just kind of held the edge the entire time. Did y'all feel like that game was in danger of falling away from y'all, or how did that work out? How did that feel, rather?
Well, I don't think we ever really. I mean, we were kind of worried about the Junkrat, I think, because we scouted and noticed like, hey, they like Junkrat on here. They've been doing pretty well with it. So I think that was the biggest thing, was just kind of seeing how that did perform live, since we only saw like online statistics. So that was just something to consider. Everything else we'd kind of already seen from past games. So it's kind of the unknown.
Okay, yeah. I mean, and it can be rough. I mean, the tomb is a good map for holding an advantage, right? It's not like Towers of Doom where anything can happen the entire game. So I feel like once you kind of get into a comfortable spot, you mostly stay comfortable. I don't know if that makes sense.
I was trying to let somebody else talk.
Whoever.
Yeah, we just tried not to do anything stupid once we felt like.
That is my HOTS. That is my HOTS career in a nutshell, right there. I'm just trying not to do anything stupid. I'm just bad at it. Sorry, I know I just completely interrupted you, but the other description for my HOTS career is I've been doing a bronze to GM challenge for 10 years.
Yeah.
Just the one.
How's it going?
Silver 1. I've been up to plat 4.
Nice. It's evergreen content. You can just keep doing it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. My bronze to GM challenge has been very challenged. So, but yeah, you were saying, just trying not to do something stupid. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, they were like kind of ahead of us on the wave clear and playing pretty aggressively like over that top bush, and so we kind of slowed it down, and I don't remember when it kind of like turned into our favor, but once we kind of got a little bit of a lead, we just pretty much tried to keep it pretty clean from there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and it worked out. There was one, and I was talking about it on the stream. I think y'all just backed out. No, maybe that was Towers of Doom, but I mean, it's kind of the same concept. Y'all backed out because you had the advantage and didn't want to throw it, even though you should have had the advantage in the fight also. And so it's like, let's hold on to our overall lead, even if we give a little ground right here.
Yeah, and we made a couple of those calls and decisions where it was like, you know, we maybe could have tried to snipe down top keep whenever we had the boss, but it was like, I don't know, felt it was a little too risky, so we backed up. We'll get it later.
Yeah, I mean, and it worked out. You win.
Yeah.
You win. Speaking of winning, is there's anything else about the match that you feel like, hey, we should point out, call out, hey, that was really cool? Go for it. Otherwise, you know, y'all can have the floor for a little bit to talk about whatever the hell you want to mention or talk about, or like I say for all my other casts, why cast when you can podcast? So if y'all want to chat about something, let's do it.
I don't have anything. Appreciate you like streaming for us and picking it up, and appreciate everybody that watched, and of course Protectirs of Aiur, GGs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I like good hots.
Yeah, Protectors of Aiur definitely earned that final spot. They were a good team. That those games were like, they're not easy, so they played really well.
Yeah, I think they've been together for a while, and they play fairly cohesively. I mean, they definitely showed it here.
Yeah, they were a pretty tough team. We were kind of sad we couldn't get a revenge game against La Fine, but no, it was well worth like playing them. There were some good games.
I cast the La Fine Keep versus POA as well. That was definitely a very good back and forth as well. Much like this set, I think. So, yeah. Which just tells me that B-East is a very consistent division.
A lot of good teams in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, if that's all y'all got, friends. Congratulations on the night. Congratulations on the Beast win. Right? B-East. Y'all are the Beast champions.
Oh, Beast.
Hell yeah.
And definitely good luck going into either Roll 1 Esports or Clouded Minds. Looking forward to seeing, potentially casting. My next week of work is awful, so doubtful, but potentially casting the Div B Grand Finals. Really looking forward to seeing it though. And I think y'all, y'all definitely earned your way there, and good way to close out the season either way, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Tyler.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks for the cast.
Hey, thanks for everyone the entertaining set. Holy crap.
Well, happy to do it again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, thanks guys so much. Y'all have a great evening, and don't forget to buy your healer a drink.
Always. Ooh, okay, please. Yes.
And for chat, all you guys watching at home, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to drop a link in the chat because I don't know how to do a raid from here. But go check out Tokibi, or as I call him, Toki Baby. He's casting a set of finals right now over on twitch.tv/Tokibi. It is Roll 1E versus Clouded Minds. So this is how we are going to find out who Hot Dads is going to play against. So definitely go over there, give Toki Baby a follow, give him a holler, tell him you love him, give him a hug, buy him a drink. Anything else I can say that's not quite inappropriate enough? And we're good. Again, you can find me at twitch.tv/ElTaquito. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I'm glad we had a good time. I'm glad we got to see an exciting game together. And I'm gonna close out. Click that link. Follow on to Tokibi. Good night.